Welcome to the Vault Excel. Happy Saturday, everyone. Hello, Luminous. Thank you for joining me. Well, I just looked in the YouTube queue because I was about to share my content, and I see that Mr. A Balance will be going live shortly. So I guess we'll be running our lives simultaneously because I didn't know he was going live. But anywho, there is, Lordy mercy, what an afternoon, I must admit. Well, let's say evening now. Hello, everyone. Hope you all are well. Please stay hydrated if you're going to be out in this weather, summer weather, or summer to be weather, rather. Well, I'm going to go ahead and get started with the information because I was just here minding my business, doing me, having a wonderful Saturday to myself. I had no plans to go live because I wanted to enjoy my weekend and, plan some things for the network, for you all's entertainment. And I couldn't even do that without getting a notification from YouTube that I was mentioned in a post. So I opened it up, and there is Mr. A Balance with a Dear Jane letter. So let's read this Dear Jane letter to Smiley's World. I don't really like calling out the YouTube name, but it is what it is. So we're going to give these people what they want. They like attention, you just give it to them. This was posted 1 hour ago by Mr. A Balance. Is it Stories World? Oh, aka Smiley's World. Oh, I didn't know the difference. So, excuse me. At Stories World 2882 Tammy, aka Smiley Stories World, Panama City, Florida, USA. I just put Smiley's World in the title. Well, it doesn't really matter. Not relevant anyway. But anywho, Panama City, Florida, USA. Subject: cease and desist. Defamatory and racist statements on YouTube channel. Dear Miss Tammy, I'm writing to you as a concerned individual regarding the content of your YouTube channel, Smiley Stories World. It has come to my attention that several of your recent videos contain pseudo-religious rhetoric and racially offensive statements directed against African Americans. Specifically, your derogatory comments about African American individuals referring to black mouth and suggesting that the highest achievement for a black man is to become a quarterback on a football team. Well, now that is very derogatory. Damn. Well, shut your mouth. Is to become a quarterback on a football team and, are deeply troubling and unacceptable. Your statements are not only factually incorrect and harmful, but also perpetuate harmful stereotypes that contribute to racial discrimination and societal division. Such comments violate the principles and respect and equality that are fundamental to a just and inclusive society. I hereby demand that you cease and desist immediately from making any further defamatory, racist, and offensive comments against African Americans or any other group. Remove all videos containing the aforementioned statements from your YouTube channel and any other platforms where they may have been shared. Issue a public apology on your YouTube channel, acknowledging the harm caused by your statements and committing to refrain from such behavior in the future. Failure to comply with this demand within 2 days of receipt of this letter will leave me with no option but to pursue all available legal remedies to address your actions. This may include, but is not limited to, seeking injunctive relief, damages for defamation, and emotional distress, and reporting your content to YouTube and other relevant authorities for violating community guidelines. Please be advised that this letter does not constitute a complete or exhaustive statement of all our rights or remedies, and nothing contained herein shall be deemed a waiver of any rights or remedies, whether at law or equity, all of which are expressly reserved. I trust that you will take this matter seriously and act accordingly to rectify the situation. I look forward to your prompt compliance. Sincerely, Scott P. A Balance, YouTube, at 65 at D Goods White Boy Radio. Well, now, good luck with that. No, not to be disrespectful, because the disrespect has already been done. But anywho, that heifer ain't about to apologize to Queen, a black man, a black woman, a Arab, a Muslim, a Native American, because it's not in her to do so. But it's a kind gesture. a balance. She doesn't care. That's the point of the story. Anybody that pimps off a 5-year-old child missing from the holler, you can't stoop no lower than you unaliving the child or abusing the child yourself. Let's keep it real. Okay? Let's keep it real. She doesn't care. Oh, and that comment, the highest achievement of black man. Well, now you basically letting us know how you feel about black people. Ting, ting, ting. So how do you, that one little black man that sits in your chat, if he's still watching your channel, how does he feel about that comment? Oh, homeboy, this ain't no disrespect to you. You're one of the good black people. You one of the good black people. Don't mind this comment. It's for that black mouth over there at the vault. You damn right I'm black. And let me make it clear. I'm black and I'm proud. I came from a black mama and I came from a black daddy. God rest their souls. And I'm here to stay and I ain't going nowhere. Until my father, my heavenly father, decides to call me home. But until then, what that heifer talks about means nothing to me. She's irrelevant. As Miss Lozado would say from the Housewives of Miami, she's a non-relevant motherfucking factor. Tink. We have black people who have excelled in everything besides sports. And that needs no explanation. Engineers, lawyers, doctors, astronauts. This shows you how ignorant this heifer is. But she's not the only one. That's the point. There's more Smileystoriesworlds or whoever the hell she is, Tammy Faye. There's a whole lot of she's in America that are racist, pure racist and ignorant. Always got a problem with a Jew, an Arab, an Asian, a black person, and bet you she done called black folks niggers 1,000 times. How much you want to bet? She's nobody. She's nobody. That's the point. She's nobody. She's not important. She and a whole lot of other people who don't use derogatory racial slurs on their networks. To me, they're all the same to me. Whether they call people niggers, black mouth, chinks, whatever word you want to use to identify a certain race. A lot of people are very disrespectful up here on YouTube. Now, all of us can get a little jiggy in the commentary department, but there comes a time when you know you need to possibly tone it down. And when it comes to using racial slurs, you know better. You said it because you meant it. That's the bottom line. You said it because you meant it. I don't really care, quite frankly. Doesn't it really mean anything? Now, someone will say, well, why did you address it? Because I felt like it. Because I felt like it. Yeah, nobody cares about Tammy Faye, honey. Nobody. The only person that's concerned about Tammy Faye is another Tammy Faye. Okay? As I said, a non-relevant motherfucking factor. She's not important. I saw a picture of her. It was probably yesterday or the day before. Somebody had a clip of her face. And I could have almost fell out of this bed when I saw her face, the clip of her face. I mean, her whole neck runs into her face. And if she could see that picture of herself, because I'm sure she has, I wouldn't even be on YouTube talking. How about that? I wouldn't even be on YouTube talking about anybody, calling them anything. Because that picture of her, this picture I saw the other day, is not pretty. And that's not a made-up picture. That's not a one AI generated picture. That's a picture of she that somebody paused, and that's her full face. Okay? Her full face. And it's a hot mess because you couldn't tell where the neck started or ended up to her forehead. It all blended into one. And I just laughed because I said, this is the person that sits up on their channel allowing possible baby killers on their channel, people who have been derogatory about their missing son, also a racist. You shouldn't even be on YouTube. You shouldn't be talking about anything. And yes, your videos should be flagged. Yes, they should. Yes, your video should be flagged. Because one, you're a fraud. You have pimped off a little girl by the name of Summer Wells, writing a long letter to the judge about your husband and his issues, and you put Summer Wells' name in that. I had never heard about that because I didn't even know who she was until here recently. Because I don't channel hop. That's something I don't do. I don't jump in different chats all day long. I don't have that kind of time. I wouldn't waste my time. Some of you do it, that's your business. That's not Queen. I ain't lost nothing on nobody else's channel. And most of the stuff that they're talking about and what they're showing is fraudulent anyway. So why would I waste my time? I could listen for a little while, but as soon as I get an inkling it's some BS, I check out. Because my time is valuable to me. But she's not a decent human. Because AB made a comment about that the other day about, I don't think she or whomever's a bad person. Well, I do. Let me say it. I do. Because anybody that will pimp off a little girl missing, a 15-year-old boy missing, and put them in their personal legal business in court, knowing you don't know the children. You're not advocating for them. You're not a legal advocate. You don't know the parents. And then you would go in court and mention that in a legal proceeding that you trying to find a 5-year-old that you ain't never met in your fucking life. And now we see that she live in Florida. You don't even live in the state of Tennessee. But this shows you the derangement of this heifer. She is deranged. And it's not just her. It's a lot of them up here that are evenly yoked. Just like I was watching this guy's content today. I'm not even going to share it because it's probably not worth the time. You're driving around Hendersonville. You're driving around these places looking, talking about where the child could be over here, over there. You know, showing the neighborhood was one thing, okay? But then when you start driving somewhere, parking the car, getting out, walking around, then you say, oh, well, I think maybe they looked over here. It starts to get cheesy. And maybe in this person's mind, they don't think they're doing any harm. But we're 4 months in now. And it's best to leave it up to the professionals to look for a child, have search parties, so on and so forth. Because in the end, you really don't know where the child is, okay? You don't know where the child is. You don't know what the people did with the child. The child could be anywhere. The child could be in Kentucky. The child could be in Arkansas, Mississippi. The child could be anywhere. So you running around, parking your car, walking and looking and talking to yourself through a damn cell phone. No disrespect, but it's cheesy. When you break it down, it's cheesy. Because the child could be anywhere. Naturally, at the beginning of a story, you go look in the general area. That's expected because the person is missing. But at some point, everybody jumping out of clown cars with cameras and iPhones and shit. And hey, let me show you the neighborhood. Hey, let me show you over here where the camera lights and the dump trucks. All that stuff it just becomes cheesy. That's my opinion. It's my opinion. I thank you for the ride in Hendersonville. It's a beautiful place. It kind of looks like where I live, right here in East Tennessee. It all looks the damn same. It all looks the same. Rural roads with one line down the middle, drop-offs, ditches, trenches on either side, no sidewalks. That's all of Tennessee. That's all of Tennessee. But the point I'm trying to make is that I don't know if some of these people don't realize that what they're doing pertaining to these stories is more harmful than the people in the stories. Because there comes a point that you should be recognizing that what you're doing is not helpful. Now, as for this heifer, she knows exactly what she's doing. She's deliberate. She's orchestrated and she's deliberate. She doesn't care. And hey, that's fine with me. Hey, what she eat don't make me fat. I could care less. I could care less. The best thing she do is go find her a plastic surgeon, a plastic surgeon, and get that shit up underneath that chin fixed. That's what I would advise her to do. The time you spend online, chewing on the Proudfoot's asses. I said that. Yeah, you chewing on their butt cheeks for the almighty dollar. Take that same super chat, super sticker, and get your ass some plastic surgery up underneath that damn chin. So your fans can see your neck. And also get you some lip fillers to get you some lips, since you like talking about black folks and what we can and can't do. Well, go get you some lips, baby. And you can look just like us, okay? Some of us. Queen, did you just say that? I did. She's a disgrace. And she's not the first and she's not the last. A lot of these people have no business up here talking about children because they don't have no respect for themselves. So if you don't respect yourself, you can't respect a child. And you definitely can't be respectful in delivering the message about a child. And that's my personal take on that thing. She's a nobody. She's a 1%er. I meet people like her all the time. I see people like her all the time. I see people like her making the news all the time. She's just a low-life Karen. That's all she is. She's that low-life Karen that walks around meddling in people's business, worried about what the neighbor got going on, worried about how far the garbage can is sitting from the road to their house. That's her. All up in people's business, running her mouth, and can't back it up with a receipt. That's, what's her name? Smileystoriesworld, Tammy Faye. That's she. Just a nasty ass Karen. And you can best believe when she turns off her computer, she got a whole lot of bullshit going on. She probably staying shit, got a lot of shit going on. Because that's why she's on YouTube, carrying that garbage in front of a computer screen. And you all sit right up there and you suck it up. That $2 ass Mountain Dew. But that's your choice. It's neither here nor there for Queen. Because as I said, there are many people like her walking around the earth. And that's why I told you all before in my live streams pertaining to certain types of people, I don't worry about people like her. They're obsolete. They're bottom feeders. They mean nothing. Step over them like they lint and keep it moving. I see them everywhere. I see them on TV. I see them crying and moaning at the grocery store. They bitching and moaning when you walk in. Always complaining about something. That's Smiley's world. Tammy Faye. Always got a fucking complaint. Always bitching about something. That's why she lonely. She an old, lonely woman. That's why I said if she saw that picture posted of her on YouTube, I wouldn't even go live. I wouldn't even go live. I wouldn't go live, and I wouldn't even go live. I would hide myself, is what I would do. Because that is a horrible looking picture. And that ain't no made up picture. That's she. That's a still photo of a her. Skin messed up, blotchy, because you're staying out in the sun. And we already know white skin don't got no business laying up under no sun. That's just the truth. Everybody knows that. Because your skin burns easier. And she is not no morning star. She's an old lady. Just an old lady with nothing to do. Best thing she do is go get her a sewing machine and 5 buckets of yarn and start sewing booties for some kittens. And stay out of true crime and stay out for YouTube. Florida is filled with churches. Hello. Just like Tennessee. So best thing she should do is get up in the morning and try to praise the Lord. That's what you need to do. Save that lipstick and that $2 ass makeup and paint your face in the morning and go to church. And make sure you sit on the front row of the pew so you can hear everything that preacher got to say. Now, Tammy Faye, you know you don't need to be up on YouTube pimping off them little girls and them little boys missing out of Tennessee. You don't even live in Tennessee. Let the church say amen. Amen, preacher, 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 preacher. You know you don't know nothing about that little white girl missing up out of Tennessee. Now you ought to be ashamed of yourself. Now why don't you get on your knees if you can bend down and tell the world you are sorry you've been pimping that little girl somewhere else. Now come on, get on down on your knees and ask the Lord to forgive you. Now, Pastor, you know my back is bad, Pastor. I can't get down there. Well, we'll help you down there. You need to get on your knees. And you need to repent. You need to repent for all your little nasty comments you done said up there on YouTube talking bad about black folks. You ought to be ashamed of yourself. Ain't your mammy and daddy, pappy, raised you better, girl? No, sir, they didn't. They were racist white folk too. Well, I declare. Well, you still know it's wrong. Now, tell the Lord you sorry. If you think that heifer is sorry, not never. You think she's going to erase a video? Not never. The only way that video will come down is if YouTube takes it down. And there you have it. She doesn't care. She's like a lot of people up here. She doesn't care. And the one thing all of you all need to understand about YouTube, social media, is that what you're seeing play out on YouTube, X, Instagram, Snapchat, is what is going on in the world. Checkmate. That's what you need to understand. Is that she's a 1%er exhibiting what is going on in the world every day. Blatant racism, blatant misery. She's just a miserable old bat with nothing to do. She has nothing going for herself. She's lonely and she's miserable. And it comes off in her commentary. So what you see up on YouTube is what she has going on in her own personal life. And that's what you need to understand. And I think you should see that in a lot of people who are going live on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram. They are showing you what their life is like. The posts they put up, they're showing you what's on their mind, what's off their tongue. They're showing you. I'm not happy with myself. I don't like myself. I really don't got a reason to get up in the morning. I'm ungrateful. I'm not humbled. You see, she's not humble. That's why she talks all that junk. She's an ungrateful old lady. And anybody almost 100 should be glad to be breathing. Queen, what did you just say? I said that. You almost 100, honey. You should be glad to be alive. Shut your mouth. You should be glad to be breathing. You gotta be 70. No way in the hell. I could see myself still breathing at 70 up here on this wire talking just stupid junk. For what? For what? I wouldn't disgrace myself like at 70 years old acting a damn fool up here on YouTube. But this is who she is, an old fool. And an old fool was once a young fool. Checkmate. So imagine a fool at 70, what she was doing 50 years ago. She was just as worse. She was just as worse. And if not her, it's somebody else. And it is what it is. Hello, everybody in the chat. Thank you. Well, she can keep smoking cigarettes. Well, all I can say is she better hope she don't end up like how my mother ended up. And my mother wasn't an avid smoker. When you get a hole in your chest and your breast is missing, you wish you never smoked a cigarette. How about that? Yeah, 100. Yes, it is. It's very draining. And it's sad you have to even address these people because it's really best you don't say anything about them because it just makes it worse, really, when you say anything. But I didn't know anything about this post that A Balance put up a little while ago. So I decided to say something about it because I already know what's going to happen. Somebody's going to come right into my posts, videos, and say, hey, did you see the post, blah, blah, blah. So I just went ahead and reshared it and address it and keep it moving. I don't have a dog in the race. I could care less. As I said, my life is good. I'm not hurting for anything. I'm not wanting for anything. I feel like I'm an attractive, beautiful looking human being, woman. I can go out here right now and I can whistle while I twerk. Queen got game. You best believe that. I stay having a man in my inbox. I either reply or I don't. So you can best believe at 53, baby, this black mouth got game. Shut your mouth. And they 22, they 28, they 38, they 58. They white, they black, they're Arab, they're Jew. I can attract any man because I got game. YouTube is not my lover. Let me make that clear. YouTube is not my lover, and nor is it my husband. And my world ain't gonna revolve around YouTube. And as you see, with a lot of people who are up here, this is their entire existence. They have nothing without the device. This is why a lot of them go cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs when there is no more channel. There's no more Facebook page. They got to sit in Facebook jail. They lose their damn mind. They got to go run by another phone, try to open up an account just so they can still talk junk on Facebook, which shows you, had you not learned anything from what you posted? You this addicted to social media? See, that's all social media has become now. Not just informative news, but a way to lash out, to be angry, to be bitter, to be racist, to be a jackass. That's all. Nothing more, nothing less. There is some good to social media, and then there's the bad. What I'm talking about is the bad. And it's just the way it is. Yeah, I knew he was coming on. I saw he was coming on. I had already made my content, and I didn't know he was going live, but that's fine. Yeah, it's a lot of hate, Val. It's a lot of hate. And that's the thing people need to understand about YouTube. It's just like any other platform. It's just a place where you can, spew your venom, go off, talk bad about a black person, Mexican, Jew, Arab, go on and on about a Republican, Democrat. I see it all the time in the comments. And I tell people all the time, why do you have to keep talking about the same thing every time you go in the comment section? You don't have to talk about who's a Republican or who's a Democrat. That doesn't make a person. It baffles me because you want a response. That's why she said what she said. She wants a response. So she getting back what she put out in the universe. It's just the way it is. I don't care about what anybody looks like, tall, short, fat, Arab, Jew. I live around all kinds of people. My neighbors are black, they're white, they're crazy, they're mentally disturbed. Some sane, some ain't. You say to yourself, I'm good. Don't bother me, don't ask me for nothing. I'm Gucci. Okay? The neighborhood I live in would be probably what? Considered predominantly white. Because, the town is white. But do I walk outside mad? Oh, look at all these white people. I could care less. They don't say nothing to me and I don't say nothing to them. And really, it's a mixed neighborhood because it's mixed with college students, young people, older people. 2 blocks over, You're right. The $1 million houses just 2 blocks over. So it's mixed. Literally. Not probably 2 blocks, 2-3 blocks. $1 million houses. And I'm not talking about no Chris and Katie Proudfoot type house. I'm talking about $1 million houses with a river view. But that's the point. Everybody stays in their lane, minds their business. That's life. And when I leave out my door, I can mingle with the best of people. I've never had a problem mingling with anybody. Exactly. Yes, not harmless. She is toxic. She knows she's toxic. But I walk out this door and I can talk to anybody. I treat people accordingly. You get snide and rude, I'm going to give you that Beverly look. And you're going to know I'm in the room. And I don't have to say nothing till you're out of the way. But I give you that look letting you know, hey, you need to pipe it on down. I don't have to say nothing out of the way to you. My look going to tell you what I'm thinking. I'm the same as I was as a young person. I'm not bothered by these people out here. What they're doing. What they're saying. I live for me. And when I shut this computer off, I'm going right back into the YouTube queue to watch my home decor videos and pretend I'm a multi-millionaire on my own damn island. That's how Queen lives. That's how I live. Because I know that most of the shit that I'm seeing on YouTube, these are just some miserable people who have miserable lives. And it's obvious and it comes out in the live streams and they don't even see it. They're miserable as hell. And they don't even realize it. Hey, Larissa, how you doing? I ain't seen you in a long time. Yeah, I'm going to keep it real. That's Queen. I'm the same as I've always been. High school, college, I am the same. I tell people I never meet a stranger. I can go anywhere on top of this dirt and never meet a stranger because I'm the same all the time. All the time. I can go anywhere. I can walk right out here now, go across the street, anywhere. And I will not meet a stranger. And yes, I treat people accordingly. I treat you the way I want to be treated. Right now, I can say my life is Gucci. I don't have any personal problems. Any problems I have will be something I have invented for myself. And I take full responsibility and accountability. But this nonsense up here, it's what it is. It's just a bunch of miserable people with devices. That's all. And that's what you need to understand when you're watching the content. You may hear some things up here that I say that you don't like. You may go to another network. It's the same thing. You either tune in or you tune out. That's it. But if you see anything that's defamatory or racially motivated, you should flag the video. You should flag the video. Because YouTube is very strict on us about titles, anything you say, or sounds you make in the video. You can get a warning. So she don't deserve to have a right to be up here and saying derogatory things about black people in a fucking video. No, she don't deserve that right. She don't deserve the right. And she's not going to stop until YouTube stops her. That's the point. And that goes for all of us. Not just her. Everybody. Well, see, the thing about that person you're talking about, it's up to YouTube to decide what is defamatory in the videos. Okay? hate speech, bullying. You know, if you're using racial terminology, racial slurs, that will possibly get the video flagged. Then you get a warning, and then it goes from there. Then you can't upload after you get your first warning if you do it again. So it's a process. But, you know, you sitting here saying, I think this about this person, or I think this person did this to a kid or their wife or whatever. It's up to you to decide what is breaking the guidelines, going against their policies. She didn't like that I had made a video about her having the Seth and that Trevor boy up there on the panel. I felt like what she had done was wrong. I felt like she had set them up because there was a Chris profile in the corner of the video, and I was looking like, damn, you gonna have everybody up on the panel? How's this gonna work? These people don't even talk to each other. So I just felt like it was a setup, and so I made a video about it. So she didn't like it, so she made that comment, which doesn't mean nothing to me. I know I'm black. Everything about me is black and beautiful. Sure is. From the top of my big toe to the top of my damn dome. And the men ain't complaining, so she need not complain. Like I said, she's irrelevant. She's a nobody. She's not important. Well, obviously she's been saying something, Michelle. I don't follow her. This is just what I read off of AB's post about talking about black people and the highest achievement a black man can make is being a sportsman, which we already know that's bullshit. That's bullshit. And to even say something like that about a black person is outrageous. But that's expected from somebody who sees black people in that way. You know, she is that person that'll say, oh, I got a black friend. I got black people that come over to eat. You know how many times I've heard that from white people? Oh, I got a black friend. I ain't racist. Oh, I got a black doctor. Oh, I got a black neighbor. So what? So what? You got a black neighbor. That don't mean you like black people because you got a black neighbor. You could be racist with a black neighbor. Come on now. Well, Alabama, that's the point. You don't worry about that. That's why I keep trying to tell people. People need to stop judging people according to what other people do. That's what's wrong with the world right now. If a black man goes out here and he rapes a woman, whether she black, white, a child, that's no reflection of me. Because a black man went out here and raped somebody or held up the grocery store. What does that have to do with Queen? Nothing. Same thing with a white man. The white man goes out and rob a bank. So I should say, well, all white people rob banks. That's what's wrong with the world. Stop grouping people as the same as somebody else. That's the reason why we have racism now. Because people are insecure. And instead of them focusing on living and having a better life, they're focusing on the Jew, the Arab, the black man, the black woman, the Mexican. I don't waste my time worrying about a Mexican in the neighborhood, they're legal, illegal. No, I want everybody to be citizens. Yes, I do. But do I walk around here with poster boards, standing on the street corner? Hey, I want all the foreigners to go back where they came from? Hell no. That's the government's job, not my job. I'm not going to sit up here and get my head busted because I don't want a foreigner in the country. That's the government's job. That's their job, not Queen's job. But this is the reason why the world is the way it is. It's because you lead by example. If your mother and father were raised to be racist, don't like Jews, don't like blacks, don't like Arabs, you'll probably grow up that way. Now, we have a lot of children, they're savvy. They go to school, they mingle in it, and they know they got racist parents, but they're not racist. They just want to live, and that's their right. You have no right to project that on your children. Because your children have to walk out in the society. They got to be able to go to school. They have to be able to live. And how are you productive in telling your child to hate a Mexican, hate a Jew? They got to be able to go to school with a Mexican and a Jew. You end up getting your child killed all because you mad at the damn world. Well, that's not your children's journey, and that shouldn't be a child's journey. A child should be able to grow up and embrace the world for what it is, which is diverse. That's the message. that should be sent out. But you don't have people who are on that journey. You still got old fools walking around. And she's one of those people, such as using the word color. We don't use the word color. You could either call me a black person or you call me African American. I'm not colored nothing. And I ain't going to answer to the word colored. Just like I don't have to answer to the word black mouth. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like they say, it's what you answer to, but it still is offensive either way. And she knows that, but she don't care. That's why she's miserable as hell. She's just an old fool. An old dusty fool. That's it. The time she spends spinning all that rhetoric during a live stream, she could be out here doing something productive. Like taking a course, go to her local college and take some classes. Take one, some etiquette classes. Number two, take you some social work classes and spend less time on YouTube. That's what she should be doing. Go to the nearest homeless shelter and volunteer. Go to the schoolhouse and be a volunteer. She doesn't have any class. She don't care about herself. And this is probably how she has always been. Because you don't wake up at an old age being this ignorant. You've been this way. That's the point. She's been this way. And that's her problem, not mine. I could care less what that heifer got going on. I could care less. She should be scared. Because let me tell you something. People like her and a lot of other people that's up here on public platforms, they talk so much they don't think. And they don't know the day that one day they're going to be out here in public and somebody's going to recognize them. And somebody's going to say, oh, aren't you that lady from YouTube? And she going to get to smiling with them thin lips. Yes, poop, poop, poop. And they're going to knock her ass out. Go knock her ass out. And the first thing she going to say, oh, I didn't do anything to you. Why you do this to me? Because you like talking bad about black people on your YouTube channel. You see, people need to think. You don't never know where you're going to be when somebody is going to approach you. It'll be just like the John Lennon story. Hi, how are you? Hi, what's your name? Hi, what's your name, John Lennon? Bloop, 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 and blow your brains out. See, Val. You don't ever know where you're going to be when something can jump off. That's my point. And people watch this trash up here, and you don't know when somebody could follow you, dox you, find you, get your address, and be sitting right outside your damn door, your porch, and wait for you to come out. And what are you going to do? What are you going to do when you're approached by somebody? There'll be nobody to help you. And she's one of those kind of people who will have a really bad day from running her mouth up here on YouTube. Somebody will find her and they will do some ugly things to her. And she will think back to exploiting Summer Wells, exploiting this Sebastian Rogers, calling people derogatory names, talking bad about black people. She'll think back while she's laying there on the ground suffering. And that will be her journey. And one day when you look up, there won't be no Smiley Stories World. She won't be on YouTube because she'll be somewhere suffering, ailing on her deathbed. Yeah, we're going to take it there. And the first thing going to come back to her is YouTube. And she's going to cry out to the Lord. Lord, what have I done or said for you to do this to me? Because it happens all the time. Why me? But as a pastor once said to me, or said in a sermon rather, or TV, excuse me. I was listening to it through the TV, so it's like he was talking to me. He said, why not you? Who are you to not suffer. My son died on the cross for your sins. So who are you not to suffer? Exactly. She's going to see that one day. When you least expect it. When she least expect it. She's going to have a really bad day, honey. And that's what's going to come back to her. Are these YouTube videos. And she'll realize, I should have said those things I said up there on that YouTube channel. Because let me tell you something. And I'm a living witness to people who have gotten over and used and manipulated people all their lives. Oh, you suffer in the end. Let me tell you. I've seen it 2 times now in life. 2 people who didn't do right by their children. And when I say they suffered, they were bedridden. And I'm sure at some point they saw their whole life flash in front of them before they no longer could communicate with the world. And they had to have said to themselves, sweet Jesus, how did I get in this situation? So you need to be very careful how you talk to people. You need to be very careful what you say to people, okay? You need to be very, very careful how you talk to people, how you treat people. And if you have a public platform, you have to be careful what you post. You may feel like it's your opinion. You're saying what you want to say. But if it's derogatory to the point where it's racial, you inciting, hate, bullying, you know better. You know better. Like I said, we all can get in our little moments that we say things that other people probably will find offensive. I do have a really dry humor at times. But in no means am I trying to be racial. And to some people it might come off that way. But I can own mine. I can own mine. He don't like ugly. Well, Vivian, if she's afraid of losing her cash flow, I would think a person would stop talking so much. Stop running your mouth. And stop having those people up on your panel. Because in the end, those same people that you have up on the panel, they're going to be the ones that get your YouTube channel shut down. That's what she don't see. She's like a lot of YouTubers. They're blinded by the Cash Apps and the PayPal and the stickers and the chats. They're blinded by it. Because they think it's going to last forever. Well, it don't. And it won't. Because you can't get no super stickers if you don't have a channel. You have to hope that once your channel is shut down, somebody will still send you a Cash App. So that's like being on a wing and a prayer. And what's the old saying? Out of sight is out of mind. Eventually, people will forget about you, and they'll move on. Hello, Pill Rider. No, she's not a nice creator. She's just a miserable old lady, that's all. She's just a miserable old lady. She's like a lot of people up here. They're very miserable. And it comes out in the content. At some point, it comes out. They show you they're unhappy. They're miserable. Like I said, I was here enjoying my Saturday. Very hot here in East Tennessee. I was just enjoying myself because I enjoy my own company. What Beyonce said in one of her older songs, me, myself, and I is all I got in the end. I'm my own best friend. You damn Skippy. So I'm watching my home decor stuff, minding my business. And then I saw that post. I got a notification from A Balance channel. And I'm going to say this and I'm going to check out of here. I posted a little while ago this post. It was a video from the news, a morning show, and I want to see if you all want to take the challenge with the queen. I'm probably the wrong person to do this challenge, but let's see. Okay, you guys, it's called How to Take Part in the Buy Nothing Movement. Okay? So, for all my fans that love to shop, do you think you can go this whole summer and buy nothing? I don't mean food, drinks, things like that. I mean home decor, things like that for the house. Let's say you wanted a new patio set, or you needed some new shoes or a coat or dress or something. Could you not buy nothing this summer? Okay? Because that's the challenge I had for you all a few weeks ago, but I didn't follow through with it with the device challenge. Could you go 5 hours? It's the 5-5-5 challenge. 5 hours without using the phone. 50 minutes without using the phone, checking the phone, no notifications, no nothing. 5 days without using the phone, no device, no computer. Now, who wants to take the 5-5 challenge? And who wants to take the buy nothing this summer challenge? Or should we say 1 month of buying no clothes, no shoes, no whatnots, only food items, soap, those type of things only. No extra bath gel, shampoo. You understand what I'm saying? I don't have any choice. Fixed income here. Okay, Lisa. Oh, Alabama says there are lawsuits that can be filed against her for making comments towards a race, claiming you're not racist because of having black friends, etc. Yes. 5 days not using the phone. Oh, Michelle says she don't know about 5 days. Okay. Yes, 5 hours without, not 5 days, kids and grandkids. Okay, I can do no shopping, born. Okay, I can do the buy nothing, Lisa. Okay, deprivation. So funny. That's me. I hate shopping. Yeah, I'm starting to not like going into stores myself. It's starting to make me dizzy going into Walmart and stuff. And I'm kind of pissed off because I bought 2 of those little dispensers, the marble dispensers that I posted to my community page. And one of them that I put in the bathroom, it's leaking the soap out. So I sit there and watch it, push it down, and now I got soap. Soap was oozing out of the top part of the dispenser. So I got to take it back to Ross. And I should have told myself you have to be careful about buying things from Ross, because if you wait too long to take that item back, they will have the price knocked down. And it was only, what, $6 plus tax. But I ain't trying to lose none of my money. That's why you have to be careful buying things from Ross. If you buy anything from Ross, you better try it on in the store. If you buy something else, such as like the dispenser, you better put the soap in it, use it, make sure it works, because you might take that dispenser back in 2 weeks and then they'll tell you, oh, it's marked down. We took $1 off, $2 off, and you'll be pissed off. So you have to be very careful about buying things from Ross, even with a receipt. But yeah, I got to take that other dispenser back because it's leaking out the soap. But I wanted to see if anybody wants to take the challenge to not buy anything. We could do it for a month if you want to do it for a month. You don't buy no clothes, no shoes, no pictures, no figurines, nothing. Not a purse, shoe, nothing. Nothing, nothing, nothing. Just food items only. I could do 5 days away from social media. Okay, Wanda said she can do 5 days. Okay, I can do buy nothing for 30 days. Okay, 30 days. Okay, got the memo, says I'm in Queen. I can do the no buy stuff. That's easy. Okay, I want you to go to my community board when I come off this live, and I want you to check out the video I posted from the Today Show. There are some groups that have been started, I think, on Facebook, where people post what they have for free, kind of like the marketplace. People post what they have for free, and then you go over to the house, check it out, message them, see if you want it, which I think is an awesome idea for people, because a lot of people are on fixed incomes. A lot of people don't have extra money to buy, whatnots, clothes, shoes, whatever. So this is a new group that has been started on social media for The community. Let me give you a little synopsis of it, and then I'm going to check out of here. Hold on. Don't buy nothing, Michelle. You can't buy anything.
Summer of frugal. With inflation still sitting above 3%, Americans are turning to buy nothing groups on Facebook to meet their needs without spending a penny.
Buying a whole patio set is costly these days, and we were able to just get one from someone who was just giving it away.
Jennifer Schlooning is a member of a Buy Nothing group in Cranford, New Jersey. We toured her backyard. This is a whole garden you have going, which is made up entirely of items she received for free.
We have spinach, tomatoes, basil, mince.
That looks amazing. These are really healthy, courtesy of her community. What would you say to someone who's interested in joining a group like this?
I would say, if you need something, you might as well just ask for it. You never know who is around who's willing to give you something.
But Jennifer doesn't just receive, she gives too, and showed us how these groups work. So you're giving away this vase, these little flowers, and this picture frame.
Yes. And all you do is you basically just take a quick pic of the items that you want to post and say that you're giving it and hit post. And then you just see who wants to come and get your items. So Vicky just left and someone responded to my post. So now I'm going to put it on my porch for them to come and pick up.
There are more than 8,000 Buy Nothing groups worldwide on Facebook with 10 million neighbors who've joined. In the groups, members post items up for grabs, everything from soon-to-be expired bread to jewelry, baby toys, and used furniture. It's all part of a movement to reduce waste and use what's already in our homes and backyards.
I want to show you guys something beautiful that I found today. She is a 1976 Kenmore machine, and I got her for $0.
Think of us as a department store before you go out and actually go to buy that.
Lisa Clark is the co-founder of the Buy Nothing Project. She helps communities create these social media pages, and the project launched an app for those not on social media.
There's someone in your community that could use exactly what it is that you may no longer need.
It's not just about saving money and reducing waste. The group is also a place neighbors turn to when they need help.
Bunny goes, hop, hop.
Mom of two, Lauren Jebwin, ran out of a specialized formula for her daughter, so she posted in the Cranford Buy Nothing group.
Not just one person responded, multiple people respond. And that I think is the most amazing thing. The generosity is just, it doesn't end. There's no judgment. There's no oh my goodness, you don't have formula. It was, here, I have it for you.
What started as a social experiment has led to successful connections, friendships, and stronger communities.
This is mutual aid. We are taking care of each other by sharing the things that we might not no longer need, but it will make a world of difference to a nearby family.
And saving money and the environment at the same time.
There you go. That's it.
And it's a great way to build community, but of course we want to think about safety too. So if you are picking up an item from someone you don't know yet, always make sure someone knows where you're going. Try to bring along a buddy. And if you are offering something, the advice here is to leave it outside your home at a specific time. Don't be there. If you don't want to leave it in front of your house, you can always meet in a public area. But this is about building community. And usually people are doing this on Facebook. So there's a profile you can go and look at whoever this person is that's coming to your house, or that you want to go get this from. And that's the idea behind it.
This has created buzz. I did a crosstalk with Dallas, and I brought up the story, and Deborah, the anchor, goes, "Oh, my sister does that all the time. It's happening here in the studio." I feel like it's something that people are aware of, that we're just learning about.
People are furnishing their entire homes, their kitchens, getting things for their babies. You do want to make sure the items aren't recalled and that kind of thing. And there's some etiquette. Don't put something out that's broken or not usable. But think about all the stuff that we have that's great that we don't need. Kids stuff, sports stuff. So much stuff.
Yeah, the cross stick. I love the fact that it's also hyper.
Okay, so that's from today. It was posted a day ago. How to take part in the Buy Nothing movement. So you hear a woman who needed some formula for her children. She had ran out of formula, whatever. So she must have went to some social media site to ask if anybody knew of this type of formula she was needing for her child. And luckily she was able to get some free formula. That's kind of a fluke in this day and time, because most people would keep their baby formula because they have a baby. But anywho, I like going to the Facebook Marketplace myself because I am currently looking for a console table for my bigger TV. And I don't want to spend the money for what I saw at Home Goods. I think it's $129. And I'm trying to see if I can get it cheaper, similar, on Facebook. But you got to be able to have a way to, pick it up and haul it. So I had to have a truck or, SUV to put it in. So that's been the issue right now. But I'm wondering if I can go a whole month if I take this challenge with you all, not to buy anything. Because that's the one thing I really need is to get that TV elevated on a tray table, some type of console table. And then there's some other bigger items I need. I want to buy me another dresser. So I'm hoping to find something free. Something nice and free because everybody keeps moving. All our college students, they've probably left. So they've gotten rid of a lot of stuff. A lot of them are, getting rid of stuff from their apartments. Because I messaged one girl that lives over by the campus and she had some like marble tables. But now I see that she's gotten rid of them and she said she couldn't bring them to where I was because her car wasn't big enough to hold the tables. So I may try to take the challenge and buy nothing. Because right now I'm not hurting for anything. I went and bought, as I showed you all the stuff I bought. One thing I didn't show you all that I bought a knife block the other day from Walmart. The one I really want is like $70 plus tax. But I'm not going to pay that much money for a damn knife block. They're just knives. It's not that serious. But it's black and gold. That's the only reason why I wanted it, because it's black and gold. But it's really pretty. But I bought that, a knife block. And what else did I get? Knife block, shower caddy holder. Those 2 soap dispensers. I bought the clock. That tray that's sitting on my coffee table. I think I forget something else. I think I'm just going to haul off on the bigger stuff if I'm going to take this challenge with you all. Yes, I've looked at the free things on the Facebook. I'll probably do that when I come off the live. Yeah. One thing I do spend a lot on is fabric. Wow, you sew? Girl, stop. Old stuff. Well, I'm in an apartment now. And the apartment I'm in is not the size like the last place where I had the porch front and back where I could paint stuff. And really, I don't want to paint anything. I'm sick of that. I've done that for years, spray painting stuff. And I'm getting older now. I still want to paint stuff. I don't want to be bothered. That's why I like this Zen minimalist look. I don't want a lot of stuff. I mean, I have a lot of clothes. That's something Queen has. I got a lot of clothes. I got a lot of shoes, accessories, things like that. But as far as the whatnots and all that other type of stuff, I don't want a lot of whatnots. I don't want too many toiletry items either, because you got to be able to store that stuff. I don't want a lot of kitchen stuff. Kitchen's very tiny. I have a galley kitchen, so I can't put a lot of stuff on the countertops. I only have 2 small spaces. I mean, it's very, very tiny. Even in the cabinets, I don't want a lot of stuff. I've got the bare minimum with dishes, glassware. I mean, I'm cut down low because I don't want to contend with a lot of stuff. I don't want to start that 50,000 Tupperware bowls and containers and 60 glasses. I don't need all that. One person don't need 20 damn glasses. You don't even need 10. 8's a good number. 6 to 8 glassware, plastic cups. Silverware, same thing. I do like nice silverware. I have bought 2 sets of silverware recently. That's enough for Queen. What is it? 4-place, 5-place setting. Don't need a lot of stuff. Things hanging on my walls. Okay. Yeah. Boring, you're funny. Tupperware is evil. It is. All that. Plastic containers and stuff. You don't need all that stuff. If you have children and kids and stuff, you have a family, I suspect you're going to have more than the average person because you're feeding people. You got to have containers, storage containers. You got to have extra silverware, glasses. That's expected. But one person does not need a 20 plates. You just don't need 20 plates for one person. Unless you have a nice size house and you entertain a lot. That'd be different. You cook a lot, you're going to set the table. No, I don't host nothing. Wanda, are you not listening to nothing I'm saying? I told you, my space now is smaller than where I was. I don't have room for entertaining now. So I don't want it anyway. So even if I had the room, I don't want it. I don't want it. I don't want it. Oh, Sandra, you got to look at that video I posted the other day of the girl who her house is being cleaned by this lady. Please go to my community page to check out these videos when this live is over. If you want to see how bad it can get having too much stuff in your house, please check out the video. Just keep scrolling, scrolling, scrolling. I put it up a couple days ago. This lady had so much stuff in her kitchen. She's got those plants with the vines. They're growing everywhere. Oh, my God. I couldn't do it. I just couldn't do it. There's no way. Chocolate says I got a lot of collectibles. Oh, Lord. When I retired 5 years ago, I sold my house and moved into an apartment. I got rid of a lot of stuff, and I'm a minimalist too. Only way to go. Yes, it's peaceful. That's what I keep trying to tell people. You will not. I don't know how to explain it to you. I don't want to be derogatory, but it's probably about as good as having an orgasm. Not having a lot of stuff. I'm telling you, when you start getting rid of all that stuff, you go through everything. Take one room at a time. Shoes, then your clothes, then your jewelry, your accessories, your hats, your scarves, your plates, Tupperware, plastic containers, dishes, food in the refrigerator, storage, garage. Just take one room at a time. I'm telling you, you will feel so much better when you realize that stuff is gone. If you need the money, then set up a garage sale. If you're in an apartment or a condo, then you post it to Facebook Marketplace or wherever and meet a person in public or meet them outside your apartment or house door. Sell it, keep it moving, have somebody with you, do it however you want to do it. I'm telling you, you will feel so much better. I have made a nice little pocket change the past couple months selling off stuff because I knew I was going to be, moving or whatever. So I sold a lot of knickknacks, paddywhacks, and a lot of stuff I got rid of too. I gave to one of my neighbors. She's a foreigner. She's here illegally, but that's another story. But anyway, I gave her a lot of stuff because I figured she needed the stuff, because she didn't work. The boyfriend worked, husband worked, but she didn't work. So I gave her a lot of nice stuff to put in their apartment. Gave it away free. The stuff I had posted to Facebook Marketplace that I never sold. But I feel better, and I haven't thought about that stuff. I haven't sat here thinking, oh, my God, I made a mistake and got rid of it. I don't even think about that stuff. That's why I bought newer stuff when I got here, like little appliances and stuff here. I bought, new silverware, things like that, coffee mugs. I got rid of all that stuff. I gave her my silverware. I gave her a big old thing of silverware. She has a lot of good silverware now. I don't mind. I was done with it. My kitchen looks like a bomb went off. I'm purging cabinets, getting rid of gadgets and cookware I don't use. Okay. Oh, yeah, I bought me some new pots and pans. I bought some pots and pans the other day from Walmart. Same day I bought that knife block. The knife block was real cheap. The knife block was on, 17 something plus tax, $17.84, something like that, plus tax. No, the knife block was $12 something, $12, $14, something like that. And then the pots and pans were like $17.84 or something like that. They were real cheap. The only thing I don't like about the pots and pans, they didn't give me a big size frying pan. They gave me this little bitty 8-inch pan in a box. And I looked, I said, this is false advertisement. Where's the big frying pan at? Thought that was kind of strange. But anywho, every time I purge, I end up needing what I got rid of. Well, you got to talk yourself through it with the purgings, because you probably will throw away something or give something away and then realize, oh, I need that back. So don't throw away something you know you actually need. If you know you like to use a frying pan, you cook a lot, common sense, you don't need to throw out every frying pan. Just keep the good ones. Keep your 2 nice size frying pans. But I don't think you need 12 frying pans. Even if you have a big family, you don't need 12 frying pans. I don't and won't store anything on the top of my fridge. I can't do clutter. Yeah, I don't like stuff on top of the refrigerator. I've got my microwave on top of mine because there's no space for the, for the microwave. Because I live in a place that's got concrete walls, for fire hazards. So there's no plugs on certain walls. So yeah, I have to have my, I had to put my microwave on top of my refrigerator. Neat and tidy. I love to hear my neat and tidy fans. Serving bowls, platters, but I cook 2 or 3 times a day, so my pots and pans and iron skillets have to stay. Okay, that's cool. I had tons of stuff no more, yet I still need to purge even more. Well, let's make that the challenge. And if some of you are bold and brazen enough, you are welcome to come up on the network and give us a tour of what you have purged. How about that? Anybody willing to take the challenge with the queen to come up on a live screen? You can message me through IG for the purge only. And say, Queen, I'd like to come up on the panel and show you what I've done to my closet, my kitchen, whatever. Who's willing to be bold enough and daring to show their space on the live screen? Maybe one day come up, show us the space that you're working on, bedroom, living room, and then come back when you're done and show us the completed space. Well, Angel, I feel the same way. Hello, Penny. It's my sweet friend, Penny. Hello, darling. How are you, Penny? Is it hot up in New York? Because it's hot as hell down here. Oh, my God. Air fryer, toaster. See, I don't have room for none of that, Born. Yes, you want to throw your husband out? You might want him back. Hello, Avy. You might want your husband back. So funny. So funny. Love the air fryer. Haven't used it much lately because I live alone and I don't cook every often. I usually cook tonight. Actually cook tonight something simple, but it was good. Oh, how hot is it? It's about 90-something degrees here. I thought about going out doing a little filming, but I don't want to pass out there. That's the thing. Oh, because I bought me a new gadget for the phone. I bought that too the other day. I bought me a cell phone stick so I can film live comfortably. It's got the little loop on it, on the handle that you can, wrap around your wrists. It extends out to about, 39 inches. So I look forward to using that. Oh, it's got a Bluetooth remote on it for the pictures. See, I don't know about all that stuff. I'm not into all that stuff. But anyway, it came with the stick, with the filming stick. So I want to put it to use. I might get up here shortly and I might go live outside just to, show you all the area, go live and talk about something else besides this nonsense. It's my goal to be able to do something like that on YouTube because my mobility issues are just getting worse. Oh, okay. 100. Where are you, Amber? Husband old and broken down. Good God Almighty, you're so funny. Air fryer. Well, if I don't have room for an air fryer, it'd have to go under the sink. And I don't like putting stuff under the sink either. I don't know. I'm funny about I'm funny about stuff going under the bed. I don't like stuff under the bed. I don't like stuff too high up on shelves. And I don't like stuff on top of refrigerators. I just think about dust. The higher up the item is, you got to worry about reaching, knocking over stuff. Don't like that. Don't like stuff under a bed because of dust. I'm just real funny about germs and stuff. Alabama. Okay, you're in Alabama. Okay. Only replace as I need to, and I'm annoyed when I have to replace it. Well, then don't replace it. Don't replace it, honey. 90 degrees. Oh, Nevada. Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah, I don't put nothing under the bed. I don't know. I'm not going to put anything under the bed. Oh, Wanda, you're in D.C. It's 100 degrees. Get out. Shut up. But she said hotter than Satan's brass breeches in Kentucky. Well, you're next door to me, Kentucky. Flory hell. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, I'm sure it's horrible down there. What about shoes? I can't leave mine outside. They go walking. Oh, okay. Yeah, I never put anything under the bed. Then how are you going to clean over there? Yeah, don't put stuff under the bed. Oh, yeah, hot in Canada. See, I'd love to go to Canada. This would be the time I'd love to be in Canada because I went there that time. It was February. And oh, my God. Was that damn hawk up there. I said, oh, I see where Chicago gets the cold wind. That damn Canada air, man, that I can't even explain it to you. It was like being cut with a knife. Although I've never been cut with a knife, but that's what it felt like. It felt like knives. Cutting my legs, because I remember I went out one night trying to look cute in my little cheetah fake fur coat, and I had on me a little velvet skirt with little what do you call it? Little shingles on the bottom of it, and me some old go-go boots. Ooh, my legs were so damn cold, and my male friend, he was like, "Oh, I can't believe you'll be out here in this weather. You know wear skirts in Canada. It's too cold for you to go outside like that." I was like, "Honey, I'm trying to look cute. Come on, let's go." He was so angry with me because I had a skirt on in the cold damn February in Toronto. Honey, I was trying to look good, baby. Honey, Queen was looking fabulous that night, honey. Woo, Jesus. I had that big boy cheetah coat on and that black skirt, and it had the little, what do you call it? Little jingle jangles on the bottom of the skirt. Oh, Lord, you couldn't tell me nothing, honey. But yeah, it was too cold to have a skirt on that night. But I was wanting to look cute. And I knew inside of the club it would be, would be warm. So that's why I wore the skirt that night. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I know you need a snowsuit. But, when you're going inside of a nightclub, it's warmer in there than outside. I get it. You don't want to catch pneumonia before you get in the club. But I wanted to be comfortable when I got in the club. So that's why I wore the velvet-like skirt. It's like an imitation velvet skirt. It was form-fitting. Oh, honey, that skirt was gorgeous. And I had I can't remember what top I had on. But I had that big coat. The coat was huge. I wasn't cold up top. It was just my knees were a little cold, And then I had the go-go boots. There were some tall go-go boots with the block heel. They were black. Patent leather. You couldn't tell me nothing, honey. Oh, thank you so much, Angel. Thank you, sweetheart. Thank you, sweetheart. I appreciate that. Thank you, Grammy. Oh, I was looking beautiful. Thank you. Honey, I was looking. He was just jealous. He was just jealous because he was thinking, he was just worried about some man looking at my legs. That's all he was concerned with. I said, honey, we're going to be inside. It's going to be hot in there. I want to look good when I go out. I didn't want to wear pants, even though I know it was stupid because it was very cold in Toronto, but I didn't want to wear any pants. I wasn't in a pants mood. I wanted to wear the skirt. It wasn't like it was a short skirt. That's why I could understand what he was bitching about. The skirt was just like right above the knee, and it had little jingle jangles on all the way around it. So I don't know what his problem was. It don't matter. He bitched and moaned the whole way to the club, but he relaxed. Trust me, he relaxed at some point. I had him hold that coat, and I danced all night by myself. I danced by my damn self. Honey, Queen always enjoys herself, honey. You better believe that. 100 here, people are like, what's going on? Where are you, Shelly? Oh, upstate New York. Oh, Niagara Falls. Oh, Niagara Falls, beautiful. Saw that when I was in Toronto. Crossed over to New York from Toronto. That's a whole nother story. Oh, God, that's a whole nother story. Went into Buffalo. I'm sure you made it look very cute. I did. I did. Oh, Lordy. I miss getting dressed up, but I do when I go to a doctor appointment. Oh, yeah, it's nothing like treating yourself. Everybody should put up something on nice every now and again and look, so you feel better. Penny says, I'm trying to downsize, have some new unused items that I'd like to sell and pay bills, but my daughter then tells me she liked the items, can't afford to help her, so I feel guilty into gifting. I see. Yeah, girl, I was trying to get some attention. Sure was. Come back down to Toronto, Queen. Oh, my gosh, I would love to go back to Toronto. I would love to go. Oh, my gosh. This is the perfect time to go. Between now and September, it would be nice to go to Canada, where I can just sit back and chill and relax, see the sights. I don't know if I want to do a lot of walking, though, honey. That walking ain't really for me, all that walking, but I definitely have to make sure I have comfortable shoes and stay hydrated. Oh, she says supposed to cool down a little for a few days. Okay. Well, I've enjoyed talking to you all. I had to lighten the mood because as most of you know who follow this network, this is not a true crime network. I talk about everything on this channel. So don't ever be surprised if you ever come into the chat or you see the title, something other than a missing person, missing child. I didn't build my channel talking about true crime. If you go back to earlier videos, I have an extensive library. The Queen talks about everything. True stories people have shared with me, things that happened in their life. I've shared it on the network. I've talked about entertainers, sports, all type of things. As you see in the YouTube queue, I've got things about, Justin Timberlake, Justin Bieber, different things. I don't talk about the same thing. I don't talk about true crime every day. Oh, about a day's drive on the other side of Toronto. Oh, okay. Oh, that sounds good. 23 miles. Yeah, I got some park areas nearby that I need to get out and walk. I thought about doing that tonight. Get up and take a walk. Let you all see outside, but it's so damn humid. I don't know if I can stand the heat. All right. Thank you. Got the memo. Oh, Everyday Shenanigans. That was my original channel's name. Yeah. 23 miles last year on a day trip to New York. Wow. Thank you, Sky. Good Lord, girl. 23 miles. Lord have mercy. Lisa said, loved our chat today. Needed this. Yes. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Oh, you broke your foot. Good God. How'd you break your foot? Yeah. Hey, just peeking. We're about to get hit with a bad thunderstorm where I am. Oh. I'm glad you're successful. Oh, thank you. Yeah, we've been on these streets a few years. Yes, we have. But I'm trying to get people to come up, to share their stories. But they're just like a lot of you in the chat. Y'all love to chat. Y'all don't be wanting to come up and give your opinion. And that's why I keep trying to tell people that it keeps the continuity of the live stream going if I'm not doing all the talking. I don't want to talk all the time. I'd rather have guests up who have a story to share and then, leave the chat open. People can comment, but can't get anybody to come up. That's what's so crazy. Everybody, I don't know what's going on. Everybody act like they're scared. So I said, you know what, Queen? Just try to go to the street and talk to people. See? You get somebody in the street to talk about their life and because I've been wanting to do some pieces on the homeless, and that's something I've been thinking about for some time now. And so that's look forward to seeing some commentary on people who have been homeless. That's what that's one of my plans. Well, I'm not going to hold you guys because it's an hour and 25 minutes into this live. But this live stream was about a cease and desist letter that AB sent to a Miss Smileystoriesworld, Tammy Faye. And as I said in the content of this live stream earlier, Queen is unbothered. I'm just addressing it because I was tagged in the post. And it's neither here nor there for me. I know who I am. And I know what I stand on. That's all that matters. And what I eat don't make nobody else fat, and vice versa. I have a decent life, and I don't have any personal problems. And that's that. And I feel like God has been good to me to keep me afloat and allow me breath and allow me to have this opportunity to have this channel and spread whatever information I can as factually as I can on this network. And that's the best I can do. So I'm not worried about any racist white woman or racist white man or Jew, Arab, or anybody. If that's their journey, that's their journey. I don't have to sleep with it. And that's the joy of being queen. When I shut off my devices, I sleep good at night. I don't wake up worried about nothing. I've cleared out some demon situations. So I'm not about to let anything on YouTube have me worked up and upset and riled up for what? These people on YouTube don't know me. The YouTubers, I don't know them. The chat members don't know me, and I don't know the chat members. And that's fine with me. And that's how I look at it. It's imaginary people. And I roll with it. Well, Vivian, we all got a little something wrong with us. Come on now. Thank you, as beloved, so below. Thank you, honey. But yeah, my life is good. I'm not getting to sit up here and be worked up about nothing somebody's saying on YouTube, because in the end, these people don't feed me. They don't pay any bills. And frankly, what I'm deriving from YouTube is not enough to stay afloat on. So why should I get myself worked up over what somebody's saying on another network about Queen? Hell no. You got that. Because you don't feed me, you don't take care of me. What did I tell you all? If you can put me in a Maybach and 6,000 square feet, I will gladly kiss your ass. Until you can put Queen in 6,000 square feet and put me in a Mercedes, what you talking about on your network means nothing to me. Knock yourself out. That's all I can tell you. Knock yourself out. Yeah, not worried about that. Yeah. Well, sometimes people, Daphne, a lot of things, you comment on with other YouTubers, they may say some things that you think is outlandish, outrageous, because, in the end, we are all entitled to our opinion. But some things that the YouTubers are doing, especially in the true crime genre, it's just blatantly wrong. And the sad part is they don't see it. They don't see it and they don't realize it. Easy is so funny. They don't see it and they don't realize that they're hurting the situation and the content worse by their behavior and their actions and the people they're allowing to come up on a panel and spreading more lies and rumors. And you're not helping the situation. And I couldn't do it knowing a child is missing or a child is dead, or if it's a grown up. I don't want to put any information out there that's fraudulent. Now, naturally, everybody's entitled to his or her version. So you don't really know what's the truth and what's not the truth. But the one thing you should want to be is factual in your information. Now, naturally, you bring somebody up on a panel, it don't matter who it is, you're accepting them at face value and you're hoping that whatever they have to say is the truth. Naturally, you're not going to know, but you might want to do a little fact checking and do some background checking to see who they are and what they're about before you put them up on your panel and make a fool out your network. Okay, because I've had, different type of people up here speaking and talking, and there have been a lot of things people have said on the panel I didn't agree with. And I may even call you out while you up here. Like, well, why you saying that? Or That's my job. It's my channel. I have every right to ask you. You on my panel, I can ask you what I want to ask you. Just like I'll say something to you all in the chat. If you saying something I think is strange, I'm going to say something. Not all the time, but I may say, well, what do you mean by that? That's what you're supposed to do if you're curious. But you have to be careful about letting people up on the panel, because a lot of people have caught hell just because of the people on the panel. And I saw a comment last night. Somebody didn't like who I had on the panel last night, and they came in the chat, and I caught their comment, and they were like, well, I don't like when this person's up there, so I'm checking out. Okay, cool. Maybe we'll see you next time. I didn't say a word. I didn't even acknowledge their comment. But I know how a lot of people feel. A lot of people don't like certain people in the chat. Some of you all don't like each other in the chat. Some of you all don't like the people that's been on my panel, other people's panel. I get it. I try to be, accommodating, even if I don't agree with some of the things that people are saying on the panel. So that's why when people say, oh, you're hard to deal with and you don't let us talk. Oh, I think I let you talk too much. Because there's a lot of things that's been said in the chat recently that really should have been blocked. And if you get too unruly in that chat, I will block you. When it starts becoming derogatory, I can't have that. And I won't have it on the panel either. Because in the end, I have to stand account for the channel. You don't. The channel can get flagged or warnings for all types of commentary. Anybody can go in there and report, flag a video. They could just flag it because they don't like me. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely want to be careful about who I let up on the panel and what they're saying up here on the panel. Yeah, it's high school. It basically is. It's very high school. Yes, I try to be Daphne. Exactly. We're not going to like everyone, but we do not have to announce our exit for that stream. Yeah, and that person, I didn't say anything, because I feel like, okay, they don't like who's talking on the panel. Cool. But I wasn't going to acknowledge what they said. I didn't get smart. I didn't say anything out of the way last night. I never even said a word. I'm saying something now, but I didn't say anything about it. Sometimes you just let it ride. You just keep it moving. But I thank you all for following the network. And continue to pray for our babies who are missing, and know that there are other children missing as well. We have brown babies missing, black babies missing, Caucasian babies missing, other nationalities are missing, Hispanic children are missing. We have all types of people missing in the world. So don't just pray for Summer Wells and Sebastian Rogers. There are other children missing. Pray for them too. Pray that there's a resolution for those babies and those adults. And that's the sad part. There are more people missing in America. And no matter how they were living or weren't living, nobody had the right to take their life. Make that clear. That's God's job. That's not man's job. You don't have the right to take anybody out because you don't like them. When you're tired of dealing with them, then walk away. Just walk away. Andrea Yates, the anniversary has come on the death of her, I guess, going to prison or murdering her children. I saw that in the YouTube queue. We may talk about that later next week, but I'm not talking about none of that nonsense this weekend. I'm not talking about anything negative. I shouldn't have went live today with this nonsense, but I decided to address it and keep it moving. But we'll talk about Andrea Yates next week. We'll do a powwow of different topics next week. Let me see what they're talking about here. Hold on. And Nene Leakes is going to be starting a new love show coming up on Lifetime. I got that notification too. Let's see. Oh, it says mother of a 10-month-old girl among the victims killed in the Arkansas grocery store shooting. Okay. I haven't dug into that. So, Arkansas situation. All right, everybody. Thank you for tuning in. If you'd like to donate to this great network, $Beganji 129 Cash App. Stickers and chats are always welcome during the live stream. Thank you for the super stickers and chats. I will talk to you guys a little bit later on. Try to find us something more stimulating to talk about if I come back on this weekend. But please check out my posts. Take the polls on my community page. Check out my shorts. And please check out the video of the lady who's getting her house clean. That'll give some of you all inspiration that need your house clean. There are YouTubers who do clean houses for free as part of their content. So if you go into my YouTube library, on my community post, you will see some of those YouTubers. And also you can just go through the YouTube queue, pull up YouTubers, I guess, that clean. Maybe you can give them a call. They'll clean your house for free. There's one guy that works Midwest Cleaning. He does it for free. That one girl who's a foreigner, she does it in New York. She's cleaned a lot of places I've seen. Very, very horrible conditions. She's better than me because I couldn't do it. But she's cleaned houses for free. So if some of you want your house cleaned for free, there are YouTubers who have YouTube channels that do clean houses for free. Just a suggestion to some of you who may have houses or apartments that you don't want to clean yourself. But I'm going to say this before I check out of here. Please don't have these people come clean your house, and then we look back up a year or two from now, your house is back cluttered. Because that would be wrong. Now, it's one thing to pay somebody to clean your house. You reclutter it. But if somebody comes to your house to clean it for free, the least you can do is keep the damn house clean. Come on now. Bye, Angel. I had a cleaning service, 14 you definitely see. Oh, honey. Yeah. The stuff I've shared is just outright nasty. Thank you, Lane, dude. The videos, that girl in New York City, oh, wow. The stuff she has shown is just like the stuff you would see on A&E Hoarders that make your eyebrows burn off. Just horrible, horrible conditions. And I don't recommend it. If you have autoimmune deficiencies, I don't recommend you going to places like that because it won't be good for your health. It won't be good for your health at all. Luminous, what's the sad face for? What you got a sad face for? I hate clutter. The guy that rents a room from me is clutter hoarder. Drives me nuts. I can't deal with it. Well, Daphne, you should have said something. Excuse me. Getting congested. You need to say something. That's your house. I wouldn't allow it. You start getting roaches and bed bugs, you'll be miserable because then you'll have to pay to get that stuff. You're going to have to pay to get the stuff hauled out. Then you're going to have to pay for somebody to come exterminate your house. And it is very costly to get exterminators to spray your house, especially if you get the bed bugs. The room has to be heated. Oh my gosh. Go into the YouTube queue and see some of the videos of what they have to do to a house with bed bugs. Oh my God, you will just set the whole house on fire. I kid you not. You would want to set the whole damn house on fire. I've seen a guy's room, mattress was filled with bed bugs. They had to put plastic around it just to tote it out the door so the bugs don't run into other rooms. They had to spray the room down, use all these humidifiers. Oh, it's so much work. Honey, I'm telling you, you don't want that to start. Kat, what do you say? I feel like I won the lottery. What do you mean? He brings stuff home from his work that they throw it out. Oh, okay. It's new stuff, but too much junk. Okay, I got you. Okay. Well, I still would say something. You have every right to say something. I don't know how long he's lived there, what type of rapport you have with him as a friend or just his landlord tenant. But I'm telling you, that is your domain. And you are doing this person a favor by letting them stay there. So it doesn't matter if they're staying there for free or they pay rent. That's out of respect to respect. By bringing in a lot of stuff and hoarding up the house, you also have to think about if there is a worst case scenario, such as a fire, if there are flammable things in the room, he will die in there. And then your house is going to go up in the flames very fast because of what's in there. Okay? So if there are flammables in there, the room is going to catch fire very fast and the fire is going to spread. So you need to be concerned about the safety of your house. I agreed. I've told him that I'm over it. He needs to get rid of the stuff he ain't using. Okay. Yes, that's true. When you travel bed bugs, yes. What are the free apartment cleanings? Oh, the free apartment cleanings? Yeah. Just go to YouTube, Midwest Cleaning. He does, I think he's out of Michigan. He does free cleaning. And then the girl in New York, I can't think of her name, but she's a foreigner. She cleans houses for free. I guess they get promotions, through the YouTube channel. So that's my suggestion to any of you who want to get your house clean. There are companies who do it for free, and there are also YouTubers who do it as part of their content for their channels. Oh, the baby that lost the mother. Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay. He works at the dollar store, won't say which. You're so funny. What you mean he won't say which one? But it's stuff like that. Food, cheap, junk. Yeah, Daphne. That's another thing. See, now you're taking it to a whole nother level. Now you're talking about free food. So bringing food in is worse than bringing in a lamp, a clock, a picture. Food draws bugs. Oh my gosh, I'm about to scream. I'm in NYS. I'll check it out. Shit, I might clean the house and throw out the stuff with the... You're in New York State? Well, she's in New York. She travels. She cleans a lot of apartments in inner city New York, and I've also seen her clean some houses in New York. I don't know which bureaus that she's cleaned, but she's in New York. You can just look her up. You should find her on YouTube. She's got dark hair and she wears her hair in a ponytail. She has an accent, or you can just scroll through my videos. It'll probably be a bunch of them to go through, but scroll through my community page. I've shared her stuff probably about 3 months or so ago. It was winter when I last shared her, because I did a live stream one evening. Me in the chat, we shared a live stream. I went live sharing one of her videos. And I'm telling you, she does some serious work. She goes in some really nasty places. Good night, girl. Thank you so much. I've heard it said that the state of the inside of your house reflects how your mental health. Of course, Angel, very well said, because that is so true. That is so true. Good night, everybody. That's so true. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Your car. If you see a car that's not clean, naturally, you're going to assume the house isn't clean. Okay? Vice versa. And you're right. Your mental state of your house is showing what you think, how you're navigating. Same thing with your workplace. You got a desk full of papers, books everywhere. There's no organization, trash everywhere. People are thinking you're disorganized mentally. And a lot of people are mentally disorganized. Now, you hear people will say, well, I know where everything is, even though it's a lot of stuff. But my thing is, why do you want to climb through all that stuff to find your shoe, your birth certificate, your whatever it is you're looking for? I don't want to look through a lot of stuff to find stuff. Because I'm going to tell you something about Queen. I'm very OCD. I have a problem with dust, stains. I hate looking at stains, streets. It's horrible. I hate being this way, but it's just the way I am. Been this way since I was a kid. I don't want to search through stuff to find stuff. I have a bad habit of moving stuff around. That's one of my pet peeves about myself. I hate moving stuff around. I look at something. I say, I don't like it there. Let me move it. Let me move the picture. Let me move the mirror. Then I look at it for a minute and I'm sick of it there. Then I'm always putting stuff different places. Putting the keys over here. Putting the keys in a drawer. Moving this. I hate doing that because then I go reach for something. Then I realize, oh, you moved it. And that takes up your time. Luminous laughing at me. It does. It takes up your time because now you're rushing out the door. And then you think, oh, I put the keys in the drawer. Then you look, oh, nope, I moved the keys. Now they're on the coffee table. Now, I ain't going to even tell you where the keys are now. They're hanging in the kitchen on the wall on this little sticky thing, little sticky hook. And I thought, why do you have that up there? Because if those keys fall off of that hook, fall in this garbage can, you empty the trash, now your keys are in the damn garbage. So I had to move the garbage can over. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take those keys off that damn hook because I don't want no accidents. Oh, my God. You talk about neurotic. Queen is very neurotic when it comes to putting stuff up, moving stuff around. And a lot of people who have visited me, especially guys, what male friends? Oh, that's a whole other story. But anyway, he said, damn, every time I come here, you're always, stuff is always rearranged. You're always moving stuff around. It is embarrassing. That's something about the queen you now know. It's horrible. And I'm older now, and I wish I could change that. I wish I could just put something down and never move it. Never, never, never change it out. And I think a lot of times I move stuff around because I don't really have what I want. So I look at something and I go, I don't like that over there. Let me move it. Let me switch it over here. I want to stop doing that. Oh my gosh. I need a therapist just for that. Stop moving stuff around. Keep stuff the same. Oh man. You know it be falling off at night when you sleep and when you wake up, can't find your keys. Yeah, I don't want those keys to fall in that garbage can. That's what I was scared of. Dishes are done. Everything. Yeah, Angel, that's how I am. That's how I am. That's why I end up going late in the morning yesterday. I went to bed. I went live after midnight because I ate something. I got full. And I was like, I told the chat I was going to go live. I was too full. I couldn't go live last night. So I had to lie down for a while, took a nap, woke back up. Then I got a little strength and I said, okay, I'm going to go live. And I was just like, man. But it turned out okay. But that's something I've got to work on is rearranging stuff, moving stuff around. And I know I only do this because I don't have all the bigger pieces of furniture that I want. That's one of my problems. So I'm going to work on that. Is to put something in its place and don't move it. Don't put it somewhere else. Don't put it in another room. Leave it where it is. I do that with a pillow, like my leopard pillow, the big body pillow. It's in the living room on my sofa. But it's supposed to be my bedroom pillow. It's bad. I got it bad. I got it really, really bad. Shelly says, half this country is racist. I was born in Hawaii, which is melting pot. I never look for someone's color, but their ignorance are easy to spot. Well, it's everywhere, Shelly. I tell people to just live your best life. Don't worry about it. Try not to worry about it because you can't change people. So once you realize you can't change people, you just go with the flow. You know, one thing you don't allow is for somebody to disrespect you. Now, that's your right. It's not to be disrespected. But to walk around worrying about, other races and things like that, that's to me is a waste of life. You'll never have anything in life if that's your only mantra, worrying about who's Jewish and Arab and this. I couldn't spend my time like that. I don't even live like that. I don't worry about other races, and I'm too busy trying to live and maintain and have a prosperous life. That's my only focus. When I get up, that's my focus. When I walk around, that's my focus. When I go to bed, that's my focus. I can't contend with worrying about, how many Mexicans cross the border. I would make myself sick if I worried myself to death about that. Do you understand what I'm saying? And we're going to talk about that too. We're going to talk about that, the border situation, because I want to address that. I've been putting that off to talk about the border situation, but we do need to talk about that. But do you understand what I'm saying? You can't worry yourself because you'll make yourself sick if you just worried about every little thing. And they'll tell you, I'm sure therapists will say, when you start talking, down about other races constantly, it's still a reflection of yourself in that commentary. And I don't think a lot of people realize that. I'm trying to find my feng shui, girl, but it's just this OCD issue. I've been doing this ever since I was young. I'm always moving stuff around. I put something up here, then I look at it, then I'd say, I don't like it. Then I take it down and I put something else in its place. Oh my God, I drive myself crazy. That's why I said you need to be like the guy, the little old man with the tray table, flat screen, one pair of slippers, one robe, one remote. That's it. You've seen the little old men that live like that. They don't have a lot of stuff. They've got just one chair, a tray table, a flat screen, 2 coats. That's it. They don't got a lot of stuff. And they're content. You know what I'm saying? They're content. Because go to my channel and watch the video from yesterday. that I shared of the little lady who has a son. They live in a tiny house. And I asked you all if you could live in a tiny house. And some of you commented. Watch that video from yesterday. Comment below to let me know if you could live in a tiny house. And if you could live very minimal. Because she has a very minimal life, the lady, her and her son, you know. And she's got a loft bed, which, you know, as you get older, I don't think I would want to be climbing up on a loft to sleep in a bed. She's got the mattress on the floor with her covers, which I ain't about to live like that. I got to have my bed raised up a little bit. I can't sleep flat on the floor like that. But just watch the video and just comment if you could live like that. Some people can. Some people can live very minimal, you know, without all the extra clothes, shoes, things like that. See, I like nice things. I like clothes. I like a spare. And I got that from my father. A woman is supposed to have a spare pan, pot, dish. You know, like I said, you don't need 20 plates, but you need a spare plate. I like nice things, so I don't know if I could get so minimum to where I ain't got but what? 2 dresses, 2 pairs of shoes. Nah, that ain't gonna work for Queen. Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood. Oh my God, he's so crazy. People should learn by now you should not throw rocks at a glass house. Yeah, well, people do it. There's no way I could. I need open space. Yeah. Well, Lumina said, I forgave Mexico for sending that. Sending what? Sending the people over? Well, Mexico didn't send them. They're running away. But what's bad is all this crime we're having, like that 12-year-old that's found dead. Well, those were 2 illegals that murdered her. See, that's where there's a problem. The white girl that was killed in Georgia, that was an illegal that killed her, a month or 2 ago. Okay, then you got that shit that went down in New York where the Hispanic people were beating up the police. It's getting out of control. There's no respect. You're in the country illegal, now you're killing people. This is out of control. We know we have our own problems here, but we're not talking about us. We're talking about you being in this country illegal, no birth certificate, no driver license, no ID, no nothing, no paperwork, nothing. And you're just walking around, you know, beating up people, stealing, robbing, assaulting women, killing people. No, that can't go on. Hell no. Hell no. Hell no. No. And I brought you content a few weeks ago where the national government is sending them back. They're sending you back if you cross over, which is going to be very expensive sending people back. But hey, you do what you have to do. That's how I look at it. The border should have been secured probably 50 years ago, 60 years ago. You know, we'll go way back. You should have secured the border from point A to point Z, touching all points of entry. And that's how I feel. You ain't just running your ass up to Canada. Believe me. You know, Canada's very strict. So America needs to have the same criteria as far as people coming in through Mexico. It's got to stop because the crime is getting out of control with the illegals. They're moving around. They're going state to state. You know, they're raping women and assaulting children and stuff and killing kids and women. This can't go on. This can't go on. I don't care what race it is. It's not even about the race. You can't be here illegal and then be breaking the law. And then you go underground and hide. Nobody knows who you are. So even if you get a fingerprint, God forbid, a stupid judge lets you out, you're back doing it again. See, that's a problem. I mean, we already have that high recidivism rate in America with American citizens. What do you think is going to happen with a foreigner? But I think they're going to detain you naturally. You commit a crime. America's not going to give you a bond, and you're not legal. That would make no sense. Says, yep, and I feel government needs to make it easier to come in legally. Well, they try to make it for you to come in legally. You do it through a lottery, or you have to fill out paperwork for a visa. No, it's not ending well at all. They should have sent that guy back to Venezuela, not back to Mexico 3 times before. Well, I heard that one of the guys that came in several times So see, that's bad right there. You were able to come into the country back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. That's a lot. I mean, I never heard of such. They don't protect their borders. You can't buy their land in a lot of countries. It's hard to be a resident. In other countries, we need to take some of those ideas. Yeah, what Luminous, that's what I was talking about, the 12-year-old. Well, you're right, because I know in Canada, when I went up there, when I went to Canada, that was February of 2002. So that was right after 9/11. So they were very strict. They asked me 1,000 damn questions. What's your business? What are you doing? Who are you going to see? How long are you going to be here? I thought, damn, what is this, Russia? And then trying to become a citizen, you know, the person I was visiting was asking me if I wanted to move to Canada. And then once we were, you know, going over the bylaws and all the criteria, the Canadian government was strict. And that was February 2002. The criteria to become a citizen was not easy. So I was like, I don't know about this. I don't know if, you know, I would even be able to become a citizen because it just seemed like it was so stringent. So, you know, that's the point I'm making. If the Canadian government was strict in 2002, which was right after 9/11, what the hell is our problem? You know, come on. It's ridiculous. There's got to be some rules. I'm sorry. It's got to be some rules. There has to be barriers because you just cannot let people roam into your country doing whatever they want to do. That's why we have terrorism all over the United States and the world, because people have free range to go in and out of these countries, building cells, joining cells. And before you know it, you got a whole group of people plotting to blow up something. And I just saw a notification for that. Some FBI agent or somebody's talking about they believe that we're in danger of another terrorist attack. So I don't know where they're getting that information from, but it don't sound good. Need all this stuff to get on a plane, yet illegals get all this stuff in sanctuary cities. It needs to be fair for everyone. Yeah, America has gone way too far the other way. He wouldn't believe how many properties and business are bought up by China. Well, we're already in the bad with China right now with this TikTok business. There are probably a whole lot of depressed TikTokers. But if they're spying on you, why would you want to be a part of an app where they're spying? That makes no sense. We'll talk about this at another date. We'll talk about all this China business, Mexico. We'll just chop it up in a live. I'll try to plan a day for us to talk about this next week. But if I go live on the weekend, it'll be saucy grown folks talk on the weekend. Thank you all so much for the love. God bless you. Keep your head up and beware of these YouTube streets and the content you imbibe. Know that everyone is not genuine and everyone is not concerned for the people in the story. Thank you so much for joining me. Have a happy weekend. Stay hydrated. You've been listening to The Vault XL. Thank you all so much.